Yo, what's up, my peeps? It's Archie back again for 242, and I just want to give my thoughts on what's going to happen with Peyton Manning after this year, if he's going to sign back with the Colts or whichever team is going to go end up trying to make a run for him. First off, let's address the Colts situation. Peyton Manning is due $28 million by March 8th, and he's refusing to push this date back. Um, Man wants his money. Not only that, um, he knows that the Colts are going to be pursuing, not just pursuing, but they're going to be drafting. Let's face it, they're going to be drafting Andrew Luck, number one in the first round. And as much as you'd like to think that Manning is some kind of team player, or he's fine with having Luck sit on the team and he can groom him, that's just a load of BS. Manning knows the writing is on the wall. He sees what's going on in the Colts organization right now. They're cleaning house, and pretty much Manning is the next piece that's going to be bounced up out of there. So um, he's going to demand his money. It makes absolutely no sense for the Colts to pay Manning $28 million, then sign a first round quarterback for 20 something million dollars, and all that counts against salary cap, and business wise absolutely makes no sense. You can't play both those dudes um, on the field at one time, so they're gonna have to bite the bullet, release Peyton Manning, and this is going to happen before on or before March 8th deadline to pay him his money. So that being said, they're out of the running for him. Next team that might stake a claim would be the Jets. We all know that Rex Ryan is in love with the idea of Peyton Manning going to New York, and Sanchez pretty much garbage, and uh, he's definitely someone who is the Jets fans are pretty much tired of at this point, and they definitely want to see an upgrade at that position, and they're going to do their best to try to get him. Uh, the only thing here, the tricky thing here with that is for them, is that I don't think Peyton Manning is necessarily one who want to go to that circus right now. Number one, the coach talks too much. I mean, come on, he just always in the media. Peyton does his talking on the field. He don't roll like that. And for whatever reason, Rex Ryan always running his mouth and throwing his quarterback under the bus, and that nonsense. A guy like Peyton Manning ain't gonna go for that. Number two, it's a cold weather, um, it's a cold weather team, and Peyton Manning is used to playing in a nice cozy dome, and I think if there was anybody you want to play with is a team with a dome, but the teams that are interested don't have no dome, so the Jets, he's not going to be down with all that uh, cold, frostbitten weather down there. So I think it's just too much going on in the Big Apple for Peyton to seriously think about signing with them. So I'm going to just rule them out. Um, Maybe a team like the 49ers in the mix. 49ers, have Alex Smith. He made a very good run. So you may say, wow, that's crazy for them to think about, letting the young quarterback, Smith is still very young, comparative, and to let a guy like that go after the type of season he had, you may say that's crazy to pursue Peyton Manning, but if you look a little deeper, you would see that if they did have Manning on that roster, if Manning had played in the championship game, I mean, do you really think the 49ers would have lost that game? You know, I tend to think that they would have won. The game was close, went down to the wire, but the 49ers are pretty much loaded. They're loaded. They got a great coach. They got probably the best defense in the league. Um, I could definitely see Peyton Manning, Frank Medida going down there. And then also more importantly, Alex Smith is a free agent. So it isn't like they're just going to be, cutting him. He's a free agent, and some other team may want to pay the man. So it's a possibility. Um, Another team that's going to be interested, the Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are desperately in need of a franchise quarterback. I think they are going to do everything in their power to try to get Peyton Manning. Um, if Peyton Manning wants to come to the Dolphins, then the Dolphins want Peyton Manning as well. So that would be a marriage that I think would work because definitely solid defense. They have nice weapons on offense. Um, they have nice weather, and so it's not a dome, but of all the places Peyton could go, I think South Florida it would be probably on the top of or one of the top teams on his wish list. So that could be a real possibility. Another team that's probably going to make a push for him are the Redskins. Um, I think this is a pretty good possibility as well because Shanahan won two Super Bowls with John Elway. John Elway was a wily veteran, similar to Peyton Manning. And I could definitely see them making a push for him because if they do, the Redskins have a pretty decent team as well, and Peyton Manning could be that last piece that pushes them into, you know, that playoff contention, that Super Bowl contention. So um, they're going to be very active in free agency, and he is definitely someone that they're going to be looking at strongly. So there you have it. Those are the teams I think are in the running. When it's all said and done, I think the Dolphins are going to end up with Peyton Manning. Um, I just think, based on what I see with uh, Ross, the owner, they really, really want him. And like I said, just because it's a nucleus on the team and, the whole weather situation, nice, warm South Florida, I think it's going to be attractive for Matt Manning, who is used to not playing in bad weather. So I think that's going to happen. But, that remains to be seen. And if you have any other teams you think might be in the mix, you can holler at your boy. Uh, Ask me some questions. I'll be glad to give you some further insight. Holla at your boy. Peace.